with me, I'm number one. Today, my will is unbreakable. Today, my mind is unshakable. Today, my hands are untrainable. It's unmistakable. I'm unbreakable.
What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different. So we actually went down to Zion to be able to do a little course preview before racing Zion 100 in less than 4 weeks. I cannot believe we're saying that, but less than 4 weeks out from Zion 100. So I went down with my crew. You guys have seen these guys multiple times throughout our journey here on YouTube, but we have Bart, who is also racing Zion 100 in the front here, and Danny strapping up his shoes in the back. He was also my pacer at Leadville 100, and Shane is going to come into the picture pretty soon here. He also was a pacer. So this is my crew, main crew for Zion 100. And I was so grateful that these three decided to come down and actually be on course with me to be able to see the course themselves as pacers, but also to be able to just have an incredible weekend of training. So this video will be a little bit of a preview of different portions of the course, not necessarily in order, but should give you guys a great idea of what the actual course looks like, what the terrain looks like, and the things that we did on these days. So excited to take you guys along for this little journey. The 100-mile course heads east on a fast downhill dirt road to Grafton Mesa aid. So you actually hit your first aid station at mile 1.3. So keep that in mind if you're looking to refill on water or looking to hold off until the next aid station to do so. But you'll be on this dirt road, which is very, very runnable. So if you're looking to reduce the amount of bottlenecking on single track, I would encourage you to get ahead of the pack on this road. You will have some rolling sections, some uphills, some downhills, but overall this is a pretty buffed out road. And then this is actually the road into Wire Mesa. So it's a little bit more granity, a little bit more rugged, but still obviously it's a road. It's going to be easier to run the trail itself. So you will pass Grafton Mesa and continue to Wire Mesa. And this will be where you hit Wire Mesa aid station at mile 3.2. So if you skip to 1.3, you'll be able to hit it at 3.2. And you'll begin your day by running this incredible section of the trail. All right, we're on Wire Mesa. Starting our little run a little late. It's like 4 p.m. so should catch a good, pretty good sunset, not sunrise. So Wire Mesa must have been my favorite portion of this course. Definitely being the earliest in the race, it's going to be the most enjoyable for you. But in general, I think that Wire Mesa is very, very runnable. Wire Mesa has great close-up views of Zion and very runnable trail conditions. There's not a lot of elevation variation, and this loop is very straightforward with very little route finding. You will see little white dots along the route where there is a little bit of route finding because these are mountain biking trails, but it's not super hard to navigate at all. So in general, very beautiful views, very straightforward as far as the trail goes in general. But my strategy for this section is to start conservatively and to take advantage of the downhill sections. Going out too hard though in this section can cause later problems down the road in the race. So remember to race your race. If you're a faster racer, I would recommend trying to hang with the front pack on the road to avoid bottlenecking behind slower runners on this single track section, because a lot of this portion of the race is single track. But to hold a really controllable effort on the Wire Mesa section, because remember, this is just the start of a 100-mile race. You will complete the loop and return to Wire Mesa aid station, which is mile 10.4. So keep that in mind for fueling reasons and deciding how much water to bring on this course. Late dot. They're not very frequent.
No.
Yeah. Some of this slick rock would be rough if you took a tumble.
Yeah.
Like falling on.
There's like a giant cactus right on the.
Oh gosh. Yeah, it's another obstacle. Probably want to avoid here. Careful where you pee.
Yeah.
Just gonna get a cactus on a butt. Yeah, me especially. Yeah, you guys don't have to worry about it as much. Wow, that's gorgeous. No, food reminder.
Oh.
I already had 2 gels, so I need to go 3. I'm doing every 20 minutes now. Yeah. Shane raced Zion 100 last year, and at mile 95?
Yeah, about that.
95. Bart goes, Shane, look at the sunrise. And Shane goes,
But nobody cares about your sunrise. We've been there. Everything feels hard. So we are just about to wrap up Wire Mesa, 7.5 miles about for the whole loop. It is so pretty right now. We've got sun setting, we've got some Alpine glow on these mountains, and it is stunning. Also the course at this point is still pretty smooth, buttery, runnable. Some slick rock on this little loop, but honestly pretty manageable. And this will be early on in the race, first 10 miles, so you'll be feeling pretty fresh at this point, hopefully. If you're not, might be in for it. But so stunning. Took down 3 gels within this hour, about 3/4 of my 1,000 milligrams of sodium. I'll finish that when we get to the car.
So after Wire Mesa, you will begin your uphill trek back up the same dirt road toward Grafton Mesa aid station, which is mile 12.3. The Grafton Mesa section is another loop in counterclockwise direction. This trail is a little bit more technical than Wire Mesa, though still very runnable with beautiful views to enjoy. Obviously, we didn't get any views on this day because we ran it in the dark, but in general, you will have beautiful views during the day when this section is actually ran. But doing this section in the dark definitely made it a little bit more challenging, but this is great race practice for us to do some route finding and then also be on slick rock in the dark.
Oh, are you okay? Shoot.
Grafton is your first real introduction to slick rock, so make friends with it. Slick rock makes for a more variable experience with lots of sections with constant up and downs. Having good cushion in your footwear can really help reduce the impact of the hard rock landings here and is definitely my recommendation. Grafton has incredible views that you will be able to see on race day, though we didn't get to experience it. Obviously, we ran it at night, but this should be a really gorgeous section of the trail if you're not doing it in the middle of the night like we did. But this is really good practice for us to be on slick rock at night and also to do some route finding at night. So we didn't really emulate race day simulation here, but it was really, really great to be on trail and in dark conditions because this is going to be super necessary on race day. So we did this section in the dark and it made for some good night training, but definitely made navigating the mountain biking trails a little bit more interesting. My strategy for this section on race day is to focus on energy efficiency on this section and to stay on top of fueling. This will be our first few hours of a 100-mile effort, so falling behind on hydration and fueling needs to be avoided. Staying calm and controlled on these first few loops is necessary for a solid race.
Yeah, I think drop down a little bit more.
So we just hit a junction at Grafton where you have to choose between left or right. We actually took the wrong upwards in order to go on the course the correct way. So we're going back. So this is where race practice is important because especially for route finding on a course where there's lots of slick rock like this, it's just easy to miss stuff. So we're on Grafton Mesa.
Yep, lost again.
It's apparently harder to follow this when it's dark out. We've been taking 3 wrong turns.
7.
So 5 miles has
More
turned.
than 3.
I think so too, actually. We might have some extra mileage gathered today, but that is okay. That's why we come practice things before we race.
After the loop, you'll pass through Grafton Mesa Aid for the final time, which is mile 17.7, before the short but steep section of dirt road back towards the start and finish line, which will be your first opportunity to see your crew at mile 19. So this section is 17.7 miles, but we only did around 13.28 to avoid any of the roads. So just so you get an idea of what we did on training day versus what you will see on race day. But in general, we had an incredible first day. I feel like in general, we did a great job of practicing fueling, hydration, and pacing strategy. This was a super fun day. So very happy with how day 1 went. All right, it is day 2 of Zion training camp. We are heading out a little bit later today. We got to sleep in a little bit, got our food prepped for the day, and today's gonna be a big one. So I'm excited to take y'all along for it. I hope showing these longer clips is helpful for you, like showing longer clips of the course. Obviously, this is a little bit different of a video, but I want it to be helpful for those who are potentially racing either the 100K or the full 100 that we're racing in just a few months. So yeah, let's go get it. Day 2.
Got a good thing coming, and it's all I need. Everything I wanted is in front of me. Stuck it up in a down,
Mondo Z first to get an idea of what the decline and the incline will look like. So this is the sign that you'll see the Gooseberry yurts in order to drop down to Mondo Z. So you'll do this after Gooseberry. Today we're doing it first to get our climb out of the way, and then we'll drive back to Gooseberry to do Gooseberry Loop. All right.
Why'd you just pee on the bonsai tree?
No way. There's zero.
This is it.
Yeah,
right here.
100% this is it.
Yeah.
What?
So look, come over here.
I'm scared.
You go all the way up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we...
Okay, I was like, we're going down this.
Do you see the trail here?
Oh yeah, I do.
So it comes here.
Ooh, this downhill sucks.
See, and it connects.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's
this
not
sucks.
It connects to that road.
Oh, okay, got it.
And then that road goes all the way out into that township.
But you
thing.
don't go
okay.
that
Oh my
way.
gosh,
You, like, see where that intersection is?
Yeah.
down there? You cut left. That's where the water
Oh.
station is, and you
Okay.
cut left and you go out.
Oh
this
dang, that's
way.
crazy that you can see the whole.
But look how
I'm not.
technical
Yeah,
it
I'm
is.
not stoked about this. This sucks.
No.
And this looks like Moab a little bit, to be honest, Mark. There's a lot of this.
I mean, we can just look at it. We don't
No,
have
we
to
should
go
do
down.
it, but I'm just
No,
gonna
like,
be.
we can just look at it.
I'm just gonna take it slow.
I've
'Cause
done it.
in race, I'm gonna take it slow.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's.
Going down there.
Oh my gosh. I'll be broken. Yeah, this is chunky.
So as I already explained, we are doing this a little bit out of order. So those who are looking for race day simulation, this is not how it will be in race, but we started the day with a section called Mondo Z. You will hit the Goosebump aid station at mile 36.8, and then you will drop down off the mesa. This is a very steep and rocky section. If preferred, this would be a section that using trekking poles could really help you down the steep section of the trail. It is about 1,100 feet of drop over a 1 mile section before you hit the deserty trails at the bottom.
Yeah, this sucks.
Yes, man. It does get a little better, like less rocky,
Yeah,
but
this is just gonna be so slow. But I guess it's good that we got all those road miles in. Like, kind of keep momentum going, and then it's like
You don't-
slow.
yeah. You don't come directly to this, though. You'll do Gooseberry.
Gooseberry first, and then this. Yeah.
And then this.
Oh my gosh, this is sketchy. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, this at night would be a little sketchy. Kind of is a little sketchy already. This really does remind me of Grand Canyon. Even like even like the Havasupai area when I was carrying my like 50-pound packs and was going down this like looser stuff, but it was really dry when we were at Havasu. So after that big descent or before the big ascent, we have this little road buffed out. Apparently it's kind of rolly, but pretty mild for the rest. So this is gonna be Mondo Z down the mesa to the Mondo Z water station, which I think is just water. Sounds like a blue water filler. So we came all the way from that water station there. So this is the descent that we just did onto this little road.
The Mondo Z water station will be at mile 38.2. It'll be set up at the bottom of this mesa, but about a mile of this dirt road. These trails will be mostly hard-packed dirt and rarely use double track with some slight rolling hills. Nothing very technical, though it is very exposed and can be very, very hot. So at this point of the day, we want to make sure that we're both hydrated, fueled, and also wearing some sort of protective layer on the head and also on the body. We dropped down and immediately came back up the mesa, climbing the same 1,100 feet up. It took a little over 20 minutes for me to climb on relatively fresh legs, but as a reminder, the climb is about at mile 93 of the race, so be prepared to get your butt kicked by this section deep into the race. My strategy for this section on the downhill is just to be really mindful of my foot placement and to make sure that I'm staying on top of hydration and fueling. My strategy for the uphill, if you can even have a strategy at mile 93, is literally just to keep moving. So knowing that this took me 20 minutes on fresh legs, it will probably at mile 93 take me around an hour if I had to guess. So we're going to stay on top of fueling as much as we can, but also just putting the head down and grinding up, knowing that I did this in 20 minutes during training. So that's kind of a great reminder for myself going into the section of the race.
This at mile 93 is evil.
A little bit of an update on my fueling. I have incorporated these Bobo's fig bars and the Bobo's little muffins for my real food. So for level 100, I focused a lot on gels, but we are incorporating real food every single hour in this training, but then also on race day, and incorporating G1M in the flasks on my chest. So we're not only focusing on real food in addition to gels, we're also focusing on liquid nutrition. I think this is going to be a huge game changer for me come race day, just knowing how underfueled I was at level 100.
And that is Mondo Z. That is gonna be a killer climb at mile like 93. Woo! It's okay. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And once we're done with that, we kind of have a nice chill road. So, heck yeah.
After climbing up Mondo Z, we began running on one of the more iconic sections of this course, which is Gooseberry Mesa, which in the race you will hit before Mondo Z, but we did it a little out of order. Goosebump aid station, which is mile 24.2, will be your refuel spot, so ensure that you have plenty of water before starting Gooseberry Mesa.
Okay, so we did Mondo Z earlier, now left Goosebump aid to come do Gooseberry Loop. So we're running along the trail next to the mesa, then we'll loop back closer to the road.
This is a beautiful single track section of the trail with amazing views of Zion and beautiful areas surrounding it. So make sure to look around a little bit because this is an absolutely stunning portion of the course. But also make sure and pay attention to where you are on this trail. I would definitely recommend having your GPX downloaded because there will be a ton of single track mountain biking trails that will be marked with little white dots, but it is easy to get lost here. There is a ton of slick rock on this section, and even though most of the trail coincides with the white dots, there are sections where we will deviate to different trails. The race course will be marked with pink ribbons, so definitely pay attention to those pink ribbons. We went out early enough to where the pink ribbons aren't out and the GPX is not available yet, so it was definitely a lot more difficult for us to navigate than it should be on race day. So hopefully that brings you guys a little peace of mind, but we did get lost quite a few times on this little training camp.
It's about 4 miles in to Gooseberry, and I will say the course is hard to get momentum because you're constantly stopping or changing up speed on the slick rock, so, and trying to follow these white dots everywhere. So kind of keep that into account on race day, definitely. Okay, so we are going out to the point where we turn around. So it's a point-to-point turnaround before we finish the loop. So this is a mandatory spot of the race. Got off the mesa a little bit, so on some dirt. So this is South Rim Trail, hugging the mesa, or the side of the mesa, for a couple miles before connecting back onto White Road.
This loop will be run in a counterclockwise direction, and you will hit the next aid station at Gooseberry Aid, which is mile 33, about halfway through the loop. Upon your return to the second pass at the Goosebump aid station, which is mile 36.8, you will hit Mondo Z. My strategy for this section is to settle into a comfortable rhythm, stay hydrated, and just stay focused on those pink ribbons that should be available on race day.
It's contagious, gonna catch it if you know what I mean. It's outrageous when you see it, gonna make you believe. It's contagious, gonna catch it if you know what I mean. Hey, it's outrageous when you see it, gonna make you believe.
All right, we just finished the Gooseberry Loop, had 2 jelly sandwiches. Now we're gonna head out back to Gooseberry parking lot to go to the bathroom, and then heading out to Guacamole Loop to go practice that. So we're a little delirious. We ran out of water on that loop, so definitely something to keep in mind. There is going to be an additional water station on course on Gooseberry Loop, so I think it's called Gooseberry Aid. So you will have a refill stop, but honestly, I might take a third flask with me regardless on race day because it's hot, and I'm very exposed. So let's go. Little Maverick stop to get some more electrolytes, some snacks, and some pizza. Change out of the shorts. Alright, so this is the road up to Guacamole Loop. Cheeks Mesa. This is definitely a steep road, so keep in mind going up and down this. That is quite steep. It is nice and buffed out for going downhill, but this is going to be a grind going uphill for sure. It's a grind and it's dusty. All right, so this is the start of Guacamole. The slick rock. It's hard on the knees.
The knees. Well, especially if you sat on the couch all winter. Rotting with your dog.
It's for your
Coaster.
Okay.
Extra large.
Excellent.
Because I got a big dome.
and it's like almost all, well, it's like more than halfway up.
Hey.
I'm the opposite. I have to get the world's, like, I have to get children's hats because my head's too small.
My head is small too.
It's like annoying.
So Guacamole Loop is going to be done in the dark. We didn't do it in the dark, but it will be done in the dark 100%, no matter who you are as a racer. So this is a section that it would be really advised to have a solid pacer. Danny will actually be pacing me on this section. So super awesome that he was able to come out and actually see this course for himself. Bart and Shane have both seen this course. Shane actually did Zion 100 last year and Bart has paced it multiple times. So he has seen the course multiple times, but Danny's the only one who hasn't seen it. So having him come out to actually see the section that he is pacing is so advantageous for me as a racer, and I'm just so spoiled. So really incredible that Danny was able to come out along with the rest of the guys, and I'm really excited to have him pace me along for this section. This section will be done in the dark overnight, so picking up your pacer at BMX aid station, which is mile 70.8, is definitely what I recommend. You will reach the Guacamole aid station at mile 76.6 and begin the Guacamole lollipop loop.
This is where we come back over here, right?
So this
Yeah.
is like
Okay, this is
where
kind of
it's really
crucial.
important.
Yeah.
This big rock pile is good. Yeah, this is good, but like you need that.
So just hit mile 2 where we branch off and do the little loop. So that section is definitely good to know. And then also the section where we don't continue to do the whole guacamole. We continue, yeah, we gotta go. We're back on the slick rock, so it's harder to navigate. But yeah, so that intersection is super important, and then also the intersection where we cut off the rest of the Holy Guacamole loop, because you're not doing the whole thing. If you do the whole thing, you're adding like 2 miles to your race, so don't do that.
There is a lot of slick rock on this section. So all of Guacamole Loop is definitely harder to navigate. So make sure to always look for that next pink ribbon. Super crucial to do so. We didn't have pink ribbons on course during our training camp, so we did our best to cross-reference the course map with other trails. But admittedly, we got quite off track a few times. It's easy to do as the trails split off, but my hope is that the pink ribbons will make this process much easier on race day, and we will have the updated GPX. On race day, you will return to Guacamole aid station, which is mile 83.3, and you will drop back down the same hill to BMX aid station, which is at mile 89.1. My strategy here is to lean on Danny, who will be my pacer in the section, and to try my best to stay on top of fueling and hydration.
Come on.
This would be a bananas drone shot.
Yes.
High up,
No.
like shooting down on this landscape. It'd be like, where are these people?
All right, that is the end of our little Zion training camp. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It honestly was super helpful for me to get on course this weekend with over 35 miles on course on the more technical aspects of the course. So let me know down in the comments below if you guys want to see more of the course, or if you want to see more aspects of training in Utah, whatever the location may be. Let me know where you want me to go and what we should film. Until next time, stay unbreakable.